For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian, and this is the weekly news recap, brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonememorials.com, memorials that matter, and Lilligards, your local Mahindra dealer on Highway 13 West, Wahpeton. At around 3:25 Saturday afternoon, the Becker County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of a 24-year-old male that had been swimming in Little Detroit Lake away from shore and had gone underwater near Zorba's. When first responders arrived, a search had already begun from citizens on the scene. The victim, now identified as Sterling Arias Buckholes of Fargo, was located a couple minutes later by a citizen unresponsive and not breathing. He was transported to St. Mary's Hospital in Detroit Lakes before being transported to a Fargo area hospital. His condition is still unknown. At around 11:30 in the morning on July 5th, the Minnesota State Patrol responded to a two-vehicle crash on Highway 78 between Rush Lake and Round Lake. According to officials, both vehicles were heading south on Highway 78 when they collided near 360th Street. All three occupants of the vehicles suffered non-life-threatening injuries and were transported to Perham Health for treatment. Residents of Fergus Falls attempting to visit De Lagoon Park late Sunday morning were blocked by police due to a report of a young man with a firearm at one of the park's picnic tables. The Fergus Falls Police Department responded to the report at around 10:07, temporarily blocking off the park in order to safely identify the individual and determine what was happening. They quickly identified the man in question and found that the firearm that was reported was actually a gel blaster. The young man told officers that he was waiting for friends to arrive at the park. He acknowledged the concern the gel blaster caused and agreed to find a different location to partake in the activity he and his friends had planned. Ottertail County recently announced its partnership with Credible Mind, an online platform that provides personalized mental health resources, enabling the local community to support and protect their well-being. This partnership has made Credible Mind accessible to approximately 60,000 Ottertail County residents. Credible Mind focuses on early intervention and prevention around mental health issues. It contains over 10,000 science-backed resources to provide users with free, confidential, and credible self-care options to improve their overall well-being. On Monday, Margaret Haviland, the owner of Granny's Pantry in Battle Lake, pled guilty to 2 of the 70 felony charges against her for tax-related crimes. This as part of a plea agreement where the other 68 charges would be dismissed and a full trial would be avoided. An investigation was conducted in which investigators found that between May 2017 and May 2022, that Haviland operating Granny's Pantry had made approximately $894,000 in taxable sales and failed to report around $854,000 of those sales by underreporting or failing to file. According to an estimate by the Department of Revenue, Haviland evaded paying around $55,000 in income tax to the department. In total, she owes the state of Minnesota $174,327 for both individual income and sales tax. Haviland will be back in court for sentencing on September 6th. After a quarter century in storage, a collection of mural paintings that has been unveiled at the Land and Resource Management Department in the Government Services Center in Fergus Falls. Believed to be the work of artists enrolled in the Depression-era Works Progress Administration Federal Art Project, these murals offer a glimpse into the county's past. The murals once decorated the first-floor offices of the Ottertail County Courthouse. Despite their lack of signatures, the murals are estimated to be over a century old, offering a valuable connection to the county's rich history. Lisa Anderson of Beyond the Mitered Corners in Fergus Falls framed the mural sections. For those interested in experiencing these remarkable pieces firsthand, they are now on display at the Land and Resource Management Department in the Government Services Center in Fergus Falls. At around 11:36 Thursday morning, the Ottertail County Sheriff's Department responded to a four-wheeler accident with injuries north of Henning. 14 girls were riding on the vehicle when the driver lost control and the four-wheeler rolled over. All 4 girls were injured, including the 14-year-old driver from Deer Creek, who was airlifted to Fargo Hospital for serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The other 3 teens were transported by private vehicle to a local hospital. 25-year-old Garhak Korgache of Sioux Falls was arrested after going on a crime spree across Fergus Falls. According to court documents, the Fergus Falls Police Department responded to a report of a theft at the Holiday gas station involving a man behind the employee's counter and taking items without paying at around 10:25 Monday evening. When officers arrived at the scene, a white vehicle went past them at a high rate of speed, and dispatch reported that the suspect had stolen a vehicle of similar description at the gas station. At one point, the vehicle was spotted at the Nelson Ford dealership. Surveillance footage later showed the vehicle driving erratically in reverse and through a ditch and hit a vehicle parked at the dealership. A report then came in of the vehicle being seen at the Cenex gas station and a male entering the store and taking items from behind the employee counter. Officers arrived on the scene and ordered Gache to the ground, but he instead approached and pushed into the officer and began to flee on foot before eventually being apprehended. Gache has been charged with felony third-degree carjacking and multiple misdemeanor charges. He made his first appearance in Ottertail County Court on Wednesday morning. This has been the Weekly News Recap, brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstillmemorials.com, memorials that matter, and Lilligards, your local Mahindra dealer on Highway 13 West, Wahpeton. For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian. Subscribe to the KBRF Radio YouTube channel and tune in every Friday at 12:30 to stay up to date with local news. Get more news at KBRFradio.com or on the Fergus Now app. Sign up for email news sent right to your inbox, delivered by Cooper's Office Supply.